Good morning, everyone. It's Amy with Mama Bear Blue. We are live for Mondays with Mom, and I'm here with Mom.
Debbie.
And we have a fun little DIY today. This is actually one that I did a few years ago on the IOD page when I was doing some lives for Iron Orchid Designs. So we're going to be taking some canvas drop cloth and stamps from IOD and also transfers and making some really pretty art. Isn't that cute?
That is very cute.
So here's an example of one I worked on last night. And what we got these frames from Goodwill, of course, over the years. And I love when I can find just the really small, these are probably pretty inexpensive, but I feel like these were the 70s and the 80s frames. So we have several of them, some with more detail than others. So we are going to be painting the frames, actually. We don't have to paint this one, but I can go back and do that later if maybe, or I'll leave it
I
old.
like it really.
Yeah. So, well, maybe let's paint a couple.
Yeah,
a couple of them, and we'll just the frame part. So I didn't get you set up with any paint or anything.
Well, what paint?
Probably the vintage. We used it last time. It's vintage linen. It's on that side, and it's on the bottom. It's a bigger DIY paint can. Okay, so let me start with. Yeah, you can go ahead and get started, Mom.
Okay.
Just getting the coat on there.
Do I need this?
I don't. Yeah, this is that one that needed just a little bit. I think it's an older can, but that little chopstick, stir stick will work.
Up there?
Yes. So when I did these a few years ago, I got these at Harbor Freight. So these are actually Harbor Freight shop towels. Can you reach it?
No.
I should probably put those a little farther down.
I'm vertically challenged.
Yeah, she's vertically challenged. These are shop cloths, but they're made with like the lightweight drop cloth material. So I really love the way these look. These, you can get a 50 pack at Harbor Freight for like $15. And since it was a few years ago that I did the original live, I did pull it up online and make sure Harbor Freight does still sell these. So a 50 pack for $15 is pretty good. And you can make a lot out of this if you're making what we're doing today. And these take stamps really well, which you'll see because that's part of what we do for the background when we're working on these.
Am I
So
supposed to break these?
yeah, just give it a little bit of a stir. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start by stamping the background with the Iron Orchid Designs. Good morning, Angela. Thanks for joining us today. And I'm going to pick one of these pretty frames, and then I'll hand it over to you. I think we do want to paint this one because of all the detail.
It's
and
so cute.
It is cute.
That's the one you want me to do first?
Sure, you can do this one first. Okay. So just take the backing off and all the little cardboard filler pieces and set those aside. And then you need to take out the glass, and we're going to clean that in just a minute. I might give you that job too, Mom. Okay. I have the Windex sitting out. So I just want to go ahead and cut the canvas. And I didn't run these through the washer or anything. It's just how they came. And I kind of just want to get an idea, and it doesn't have to be exact, but I'm going to lay it on here and cut it. So, good morning, Rod. I'm going to cut this so it's close. It doesn't have to be exact because we can always trim it later, but it's easier than me trying to do it with all this extra hanging off everywhere. All right. And the transfers that I'm going to be using today, I looked for ones that I already had open that had little images like butterflies or little bunches of flowers or pieces that I could trim that would fit these really small little frames. So there you go.
Alrighty.
And I will, after the live, of course, put the link. Good morning, Laura. Thanks for joining us. I'll put the link to all the products I use, and I can link the Harbor Freight shop towels. I don't know that you can order them online, but if you have a local Harbor Freight, you'll at least know what you're looking for when you go in there. Okay, I am going to go ahead and trim this one side off, but the edge, the hemmed edge thing. And then the stamps I chose are just ones that'll make kind of a nice decorative background, like Kindest Regards. If you guys are familiar with the IOD stamps, the Kindest Regards is the one that has all the script writing. It's one of the really popular, more popular stamps. I don't know. I hid their toys, so I'm sure.
I get it.
No. I made them go out and then I hid it and let them back in. So it's Kindest Regards is the one with all the script. It's one of the most popular ones, I think. And it makes a great little background for just some like text. This is well used. It's well inked. So I'm going to use that, I think. Let me actually go ahead and pick out the transfers I want to use and make sure that that'll be a good match for, the background will go well with the butterfly. I'm going to pick one of the larger butterflies from the Entomology. The Entomology transfer has lots of neat creatures. Bees, bugs, butterflies, birds. I'm going to show you the front so you guys know what that looks like. All kinds of neat frogs. I'm looking at the back, and some fish. All right, I think this green butterfly looks pretty cool, but let me just make sure that's the one I want to use. Ooh, the blue one's pretty too. And that one. Oh man. Choices. Choices.
Is this going to need 2 coats?
Probably. You can hit it with the heat gun in between if you want. All right. I should have probably picked these out ahead of time. But, that did not happen. I'm going to go with some color. I like this green one. What do you think?
I like it.
I do too. Yeah. And that'll fit nicely. Let me just... Yep, it'll fit. Okay, so this is the one I'm using. This green butterfly, but I first want to stamp the back. So, if you're using your IOD stamp for the very first time, you definitely are going to want to take a piece of sandpaper and just lightly go one direction and then the other. That one time only. That's the only time you have to do it, and it just helps to get that stamp ready to be able to hold paint or ink a little better. So, I've already inked up my IOD ink pad with black, and I'm just going to ink up just a portion. You can't really read this text very well, so it's not like it has to be readable, you know what I mean? Okay. Now I'm just going to stamp the whole thing, the whole piece of canvas. So you want to have enough that it's going to soak into the cloth, because it's not like you're stamping on a flat surface like wood. That's not going to absorb very well, or anything else. You want a little extra, but not so much that it's gloppy. This just needs to be a subtle kind of background look. So then there's a decision, do you offset it or do you go straight down on there? I'm going to go straight down. Okay. So once it's down there, you don't shift, and you use one hand to hold it, and then the other to make sure that it's making good contact with all of the fabric. Hope everybody had a good weekend and is making it through the winter. It's that long haul, at least for those of us who live in the Midwest. Okay. That looks pretty good. I'll show you guys. It's soaked in nicely. It's going to provide a nice little background for that butterfly. Did you guys even know that you can use transfers on fabric? Did you know that, Mom?
Well, only because I've seen you do it.
Yeah. Yes. So I think this is going to be probably plenty of space that I can actually put some kind of little flowers also around the border of this. I might, is that the glass to the one you're doing? Can I have that piece of glass? So you can use the glass to kind of measure and see like what really is going to show up. So that'll help with the placement of where you want to put these things. Keeping in mind the frame's probably going to come in a bit. That frame comes in, what, maybe 1/3 of an inch-ish,
Yeah.
1/4 inch? Okay. So I don't want, I want my butterfly to show, so keeping that in mind where that frame is going to come in there. I think that's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to remove the backing. and lay it right on there. And of course, just like always, we don't want to, once it's down, leave it down. And take the IOD, the stick that comes with the transfer, and just start rubbing it. And it's amazing how easy it comes off on fabric. There we go. And there you go.
Which other one would you like me to?
You can paint that little tiny one next. So then just really carefully take a soft cloth. I'm actually just using a piece of the shop cloth and kind of press it and make sure it's got good adhesion all the way around there. Now, I don't have to seal this because this is just something that's getting framed. So it's not, we don't have to worry that it's going to come off or get messed with or anything like that. So I'm going to pick out a few little florals to put around this. But so far, here's what we've got. All right. Let's see what our floral choices could be. Man, there's a lot to choose from. Let me move these stamps out of the way. Here's a piece from Milo's Pages that we might be able to cut some and make it look, ooh, that's pretty. Yep. So with Milo's Pages has a lot of tiny, tiny botanicals that look like they came out of like a science, some kind of botanical encyclopedia, you know, they're numbered, and at the bottom they've got like the names of them. But it's nice on small projects like this because the images are so small. So I will cut this one out and see if I can make it look right next to the butterfly. I'm going to look at one more possibility. These little florals that are, I need to go find the name of this one. I always forget it. It's one of the newer ones. I can go find out. Yeah, I think that might be actually be a better, because this looks really lifelike, and this is, I feel like these go better.
Yeah, it looks nice.
But maybe red, because of the red in its wings. Yep, that's the answer. Okay. So I'm going to switch gears. I think this is called, I'm going to have to figure, I have to know now. I'm going to go see what this one's called. You know, Iron Orchid Designs has so, oh, here it is. It's Rose Botanical. I knew it had botanical something in it. And there's all the pieces falling out. Okay. When I have so many open transfers, and I try to keep them nicely, you know, in the original ones they came in. I try.
Well, that's all we can ask.
Yeah, it really is. All right. Just going to fill in on some of the corners with the botanicals. That's cute. Again, using the little piece of glass to make sure I'm placing it in the right spot. And you can overlap. I didn't know if you guys knew that. You can overlap transfers. They will work if you need to place them that way. And Mom is using Vintage Linen by DIY Paint to paint some of the frames. All right, that one went on there easy. kind of building up a little scene there. I might put some up here in the corner as well, and then frame it up. Cute. It's fun. This is just, if you take your time and you're just making art, it's a little bit relaxing. All right, do we need anything else on there? It's one of those, is less is more maybe, or just, no, more is more. More is good.
More is good?
I don't know. What do you think? Let me see the frame. That might help. Is it dry?
Pretty dry.
Oh, it's pretty. I don't know. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Okay. All right. So this is what we have on there. Kindest Regards stamp, and then some pieces from Entomology and Botanical. And we're just going to frame it up.
I don't know where the back is. The back.
It's one of these cardboards. It's these. Yeah. Just want to get it so that it's everything I want to show is showing on here. I think that's good. All right, so I probably, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trim the edges just a little. That's a little much.
Yeah.
Going to be bunched up in that frame, and I don't want that. So once you get the glass exactly where you know you want it to look, then you can carefully trim off some of this excess. I meant to get my fabric scissors from upstairs, and I didn't, but these are working. You don't see the edge anyway.
Right.
And then you got the tiny one. Oh yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? Or should we look for some other? Is that one of the little insects, or what do you think? That's a tiny frame.
I'll wait for you.
Okay. You just got to find something and commit to it.
Well, the flower ones make me happy because that means spring.
I know. This is a good little spring project. All right. Almost. Here we go. I'm going to slide it in there. Actually, I might just put the glass in first. And then get this in here. And then once we get those cardboard backings in there, it should make everything fine. Yeah. Cute.
That is cute.
Isn't it?
Okay. You're
Okay.
going to sell that?
Yes. If I kept everything we made.
I know.
Yeah, I love the way it looks. It's almost like the little transfer pieces look a little bit 3D because they pop out from that background. I love that. Marie and Judy, I'm looking so forward to fall, right? Our trip to Ohio for our art retreat. I wonder, I missed the past couple Tuesdays, so I don't know if Kelly has announced anything yet. It's probably a little early, but I did it upside down. Let me stick this in the other way. But I am in the Creators Club, Kelly Weiler's Creators Club, and Judy and Marie are in there with me, and that's our online art group, and we meet up once a year in October, and it's always such a good time. I love it. And so if you guys are interested, Kelly is a great art teacher, and Kelly Weiler with Girl Upcycled. I'll put the link in the video too for that. I love that group of ladies. We have a good time. That is really cute.
Yeah.
You know what I need?
Do you need me to touch up some of it?
No, I think that's busting out the side there, isn't it? I know why. I put 2 pieces of that cardboard in there. Let's not do that. See if it looks a little better. Yeah, that's fine. No, I think, you know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to wet distress some of those corners with all the detail.
Yeah.
So I can just do that with a baby wipe, honestly. Let me show them this before. So that's the framed drop cloth with stamps and transfers on it. But I want to distress these little corners just a bit to make some of that gold pop back through. Thank you. All right.
You want me to paint another frame?
Yeah, that'd be good. Let's do another little one. Two littles. That'll look nice, like a trio, right? The bigger one and two smalls. So I just want to, you take a wet rag and you just gently rub back just a little bit of the paint so that the gold pops back through wherever you want it to. And the glare, a little bit of a glare. But it's easy and it's cute and it's unique. I love it. All right. So let's get back to, is that the glass to it? Or is it?
Here. This
Okay,
one
that one?
and from that.
Okay.
Yeah. You want me to clean that glass?
Yeah. Let me measure up what we're going to need first for the cloth. And I love these tiny frames. So cute. All right, so let's see what is going to look good on this one. Don't know if I do another butterfly or just something different. Maybe just some florals. This is the one we cut out originally, right?
That was just one.
It's cute. Wonder if we could do that with well, let me look at this. Okay, so I'm going to use a different stamp this time besides Kindest Regards. I'm going to use something, maybe I'm going to check out what we have in the Pastiche stamp. It's got lots of neat little ephemera type things with the bird cages and florals and ferns. So maybe I'll do like a little backdrop of these florals from the Pastiche set and then overlay some florals that are in color. I like to mix that, like black and white with color. So let's just try it. We can always cut a new piece of fabric if it looks bad. Okay. I'll put this over to the side just a little bit. Just really press it so that all that ink's absorbing down into the fabric. It's cute. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see that, but it's just some little flowers. Now, do I want to use the Rose Botanicals again or the Milos pages? These are smaller. It's probably a better choice. Maybe these. Waylon loves that chair over there.
It's his.
Yeah. So this is from the Milos pages, and I just want a little bit of pop of color on this next to these stamped flowers, or maybe over top of them too. Let's just go for it.
Okay.
Let's see what it looks like. Yay. I think that would look cute there too. And then you just get a peek of some of the black and white stamps coming through that.
That's good.
Okay.
I don't know if you want that to have two coats or not. The bird's showing
Yeah. Let me look at it after it's dry.
Okay.
That's cute. Okay, we'll go with that. This is another one from the Milo's pages. All right, come on now. If I can just get one little part that will release, then it will, it should all come off. Or not.
That's our famous line.
Just need a little bit to come off. There we go. Just a little. There we go. Yeah, the Rose Botanical came off super easy, but just if you're using Milo's, just give it a little bit of extra time. Oh, I love that though. Pretty. Okay. That looks old-fashioned to me. Okay, and then like I said, don't need to seal it. Not at all. Okay. We will slide that in there. The little ones are a little trickier, so we really want to get this trimmed up good. Okay. Isn't it? It almost looks like a little postcard. Tiny little postcard. Make sure the parts I want to show are showing. What is that stuck on there? A piece of, yep, brown paper. Got it. This end needs trimmed just a little more. Let's see what that looks like. Yep, just straighten it up a little bit, and I think we got it. I just need to trim the one end. Actually, I probably could just fold it back and then put the
that was just
little piece of, yeah, these? No, these. I keep wanting to go over there. All right. See if that holds everything down. And, of course, this is a vertical thing. I'm going to have to take that off and re-staple it and cut it. The easel's going the wrong way. It's okay. I can fix that.
Well,
I don't know if that will fit it because it's a different.
Yeah, no, probably not.
It's okay. I can do that. You just need to. I'll pull the little easel part off and reattach it. Yeah. And that there's one little wrinkle that's bugging me. I'm going to fix that right now. Here we go. That's cute. Isn't that okay? Like a nice little gift.
Yeah.
So I've got that stamped background with some florals and then the transfers over top. Cute little frame. So, okay, I think you guys get the idea of that. The first one we did, in case you joined late. So I'm going to link all those products in case you guys are interested in trying that out for yourself, including the Harbor Freight shop towels that we used. And yeah, I think this was the last of my small frames.
Oh, is it?
I've finally worked through
all
the tiny ones, so we might have to hit the thrift store soon to Debbie says eyes, hands, hips, legs, feet, arms, fingers, all of it. Yep. Angela said they do remind me of vintage postcards. I know, they really do. They're really, really cute. Make really good gifts too. All right. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll be back next week. Bye.